It is always a pleasure to come your way with the Inside Out podcast. Today is another day to delve into the world of creativity, and yes, we shall be talking about photography. Initially, we used to have peculiar people who only had the opportunity to take pictures and were called photographers. These were old men who had one big camera and that was what they were using in taking pictures. And at the time, it was just about standing in the middle and being shot for memory. Today, it is not the case. Photography has transitioned from just taking shots to telling a story. This is due to the advent of new media and smartphones. Now, camera has been made simple and transformed into small devices like our mobile phones. In this age, you can decide not to walk around with any bulky camera that would occupy space on you. Now you may be asking, what has creativity got to do with photography? Creativity has everything to do with photography. As a photographer or a photojournalist, it is important to involve some creativity in the pictures you take. What then is creative photography? Creative photography is a technique by which you combine different shapes, colors, and forms of ordinary moments and turn them into creative art using your photography skills. This type of photography demands a unique way of seeing things and projecting an innovative image altered from reality. How then do I make a picture creative? In creative photography, you intentionally use an element to enhance the uniqueness of your image. The aspect could result from a simple workflow you followed to get that unique image. For instance, more than getting a perfect exposure in the camera, you need to think of ways by which you can introduce a perspective into the image. This makes it look creative and differentiates it from traditional photography. What then are creative shots? A creative shot is a photograph that employs creative techniques and effects to manipulate and take photos as per your imagination creatively. Now we're going to go into the creative photography techniques and ideas. In order to generate ideas for creative photograph, first of all, you would have to play with light. You can create stunning spiral light photograph using long exposure techniques. For this purpose, open your camera shutter to the maximum to record the moving light sources as faint bands. In addition, you can turn your light on and off to create a staggering pattern. Secondly, photograph water splash. To shoot the splashing water, you need a remote controlled flash, a water tank, a black background, and a tripod. Initially, place the black background and a water tank. Brighten it with a flash set above it. Next, mount the camera over your tripod and shoot with manual focus. Ensure to keep your camera at f8 aperture and ISO of 200 with the fastest shutter speed. Once you establish the setup, throw your subject into the water and click some shots before it touches the surface of the water. Thirdly, create interesting light flares to an image. You can spray some water onto your lens and make some exciting bokeh across your image. This occurs as the water droplets capture the light. In addition, adjust your aperture to control the size of your bokeh in the foreground. If you are skeptical about spraying water over your lens, you can use a lens filter for protection. Alternatively, you can use LED string lights, video light stick, sparklers to create the effect. You will understand the aesthetics this method brings to your photos. Note that your phone can also take pictures as well. Just allow the creativity in you come out. Be open-minded. Try new ideas out and you will be amazed by the shots you will take. To know more about creative photography, log on to www.nfi.edu. Thank you so much for staying with me throughout this episode. I really hope you've learned something. You can listen to this over and over again to be able to get yourself vexed with taking creative photos. As I said, allow yourself, stay calm, be open-minded, and allow the creativity in you come out. Thank you once again for staying with me. My name is Samuel Ofori. Until next time, bye now.